Welcome to another episode of Summon Ninja, guys. This is your boy Ian here. I hope you're liking the content. If you're liking the content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because that shows a great support to me and give me the enthusiasm to continue. So today's video is about reef rate, and so I will show you that I am not taking any help from anybody and just like using my own monsters to do it. So if you see, the target is to put as many debuffs as possible. So defense break, unrecoverable, that is not a very required debuff. Slowing the boss monster, and like glancing hit, attack break, this will be like branding, whatever your monsters can put is great for it, because that helps you in doing the raid. And in a while I will also show you that like my monsters are not that greatly, like don't have that great runes, but then again it is still doing the work. And so most of the monsters are monsters those are pretty much free to play or free to play friendly monsters. But then again there are some 5-star natural 5-star monsters that I'm using, which is Vela Jewel. I have the Water Totemist. I have this Jemaya, the Wind Dragon. So yeah, there are some 5-star natural 5-star monsters that I'm using, but so it's a combination. So your team should consist of cleansers, which will remove your debuffs, monsters that will put immunity on your like other monsters, like for the whole team, and as well as there should be some damage, as well as there should be some so your team should consist of monsters which will cleanse your team, like remove your debuffs from your team. Also it should have some monsters which will put immunity on your team, so that you don't get stunned or so by the boss monster. And any other buffs will also work great for this team. So apart from the cleansing and the immunity part, the other like concentration should be on the how much damage your team can do. So you should have monsters which will do a lot of damage to the boss. That I'm using something like Brandia, the Fire Polar Queen, and also I'm using the like Inugami, the trio Inugami combo, which is Rauk, Ikaru, and Crow. So, and I'm also using few of the Chakram dancers and the Boomerang warriors combo. Along with that, I have a Veromos and one homunculus wind, and wind Ifrit, which is the Akamir. So those are some of my greatest damage dealing monsters, because of so I have built them because of the giants, mainly Akamir and homunculus wind I have built for giant B12 first run teams. So yeah, you can build them with great attack and crit damage. So that is what. And if you see, out of my 30 runs, none of them are failed, and the average time is around 46 seconds to 1 minute. So the average time is 1 minute, but then again the best time is 46 seconds. So it's pretty like good team, 100% success rate. You can see maximum it will fail one time out of 30 times. And also it is having time under like 1 minute. So it's a pretty good team that you can use. So let me show you the monsters that I am using, and also the runes of those monsters. I'm not showing the each and every slot runes because there are 18 monsters, and but if you have any request for any specific monster for the runes, let me know in the comment section. So coming to the first monster, it is Ikadu, the first of the Inugamis, and if you see, the runes are not that great. I'm mainly focused on defense, and I have kept 2000 plus for the team up skill mainly. And that has been the only focus, along with a little speed and little HP. The next monster in the team is Kali, which I am using as a leader skill for my third team, and it gets 23 crit rate to fire monsters. Maybe I could have used any other monsters, but right now it is working with my team. So I have mainly focused on attack and crit speed, and along with little bit of crit rate and crit damage close to 100. So the next monster is Spectra, which actually deals a great amount of damage through its second skill, but then again it was already built for my dragon team. That's why I haven't changed anything, and I'm using it. Has a crit rate of 100 and 165 crit damage and already built, so that's why I'm using it. So the next monster is Raug, the second of the Inugamis, and it has like I've mainly focused on attack and crit rate and crit damage. So yeah, mainly I'm using the Inugamis for their team up. So the next monster is Zayongfei. It does a lot of debuffs, as well as like it cleanses on its second skill and put a little heal, and it's a easily fusible monster. You can easily build it. So the next monster is Brandia, which I have mainly focused on crit damage and attack, and also this does damage on the number of debuffs. So I am also using Kali's crit rate leader skill for Brandia as well. So yeah, mainly for damage dealing I'm using Brandia in second line. So the next is Velajuel, which is being used for its cleansing and immunity buffing. So mainly my Velajuel has a lot of speed, and then it has some defense and HP. The next monster is Boomerang Warrior. I'm using it with a combination of the Chakram Dancer, so it has some attack, some HP and crit damage mainly, but yeah, to deal more damage with the Chakram Dancer. So the Chakram Dancer is also having a average of HP and mainly attack and little bit of speed. So you can see the runes are not that great, or the stats are not that great, but then when put together, this team is working. The next monster is Aster. I think everyone should like build a Aster, because it helps you in lot of different PV content. Somewhere around you can use it in Necro, you can use it in Rift raids, you can also use in other Rift dungeons. So mainly I have focused on attack, a little bit of HP, and then mainly crit rate and crit damage. Next is Colleen. So my Colleen was already built with good HP, that's why I'm using it. So it is mainly used for its healing and attack buffing. Also it does attack break to the enemy monster. So yeah, that's why I'm using Colleen. You can use any other monster which heals and attack buffs. The next monster is the Wind Homunculus, which so I already built it for my giant team. It has a great crit damage of 200 plus, and then again crit rate of 88%, along with some little attack. So that's why I have already built this monster, so I'm using this monster. Next is Riley, with some good amount of resistance and HP and attack speed, and it actually acts as my cleanser. So Riley is now a must monster for everyone. Everyone is using in a lot of content nowadays. So the next monster is Akamir. Like I am using it, so I'm using it for like as giants already, so that's why it has a attack and crit rate, crit damage already built into it. So I'm using it as a damage dealer for the Rift team. Next is Jamair can do a little bit of damage based on like the enemy's HP. So, and apart from that, it also act as a like it is refreshing all my monsters, like the teams, this other 5 monsters skills also, like so it cleanses, and I have built it with good amount of HP and speed. Next is Crow, again third of the Inugami, mainly being used for like the team ups, and you can see the accuracy as 100%, which normally is not that much required for a Crow. But yeah, I have built it some time ago and I haven't changed the runes, but this Crow is working for me with some good amount of speed, accuracy and attack. The next monster is Veromos. I recommend everyone to build Veromos because this is a good monster and easily gettable through fusing. So mainly I have concentrated on the crit rate and crit damage and speed and little bit of HP and attack. So mainly you can use Veromos in giants, dragons. It cleanses, like it removes your debuff, it does a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's one of my favorite monsters. So yeah, I will recommend you to build one Veromos for sure. So next is Alia, which is the water totemist. So I have put a lot of HP in it, some speed, some resistance. So the resistance don't need to be 100, but yeah, it surely helps as the enemy boss stuns and put debuffs. So 100% resistance is always good, but then again not a very mandatory thing to have. But yeah, Alia is, apart from these monsters, you can use any monsters which cleanse, which do a lot of damage, and which is an immunity buffer, or which put a lot of buffs on your own team or debuffs on your enemy team. You can use any monsters. So in future I will try to build a team with which will have some like all of the monsters, free to play monsters. So yeah, if you like this one, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.